Mr. Sutton here invited me out on a date and then proceeded to walk out on the tab.
This man asked you to go with him on a date and then he left before the bill came?
Yes, ma'am.
Uh-oh. Tell me more. Let's start with, how did y'all meet? How do you know this man?
So I'm a social media influencer, and Mr. Sutton, the defendant, came on my page.
He slid into your DMs?
Yes,
okay.
essentially. And we were discussing and we were talking for a couple weeks, and we were just chatting over the phone. And he originally asked me out on a couple dates, first one being coffee and the second one being ice cream.
So those dates took place?
No, ma'am.
Oh.
I don't drink coffee, first off. And secondly, I'm lactose intolerant, so we did not do coffee, nor did we do ice cream.
So you declined those dates?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, continue, ma'am.
Well, after we had continued talking, he shortly after decided to ask me out on a date. And we decided on dinner Friday at 5:30. Unfortunately, our original timing did not quite work out with my schedule. I had to reschedule on him twice. First time being with work, I was on a fashion shoot, and my shoot lasted a little bit longer than I was anticipating.
That happens.
So,
because this is how you pay your bills, I assume, ma'am. You're a full-time influencer.
Yes, Your Honor.
And I do think sometimes people hear that, Ms. Collins, and they can be dismissive. But the reality is,
we don't care.
Okay, so your shoot runs long. You have to reschedule.
Yes, that was the first one. Second, I ended up having to reschedule on him a second time because my father did fall ill, and he lives. Thank you.
Yeah.
He does live nearby, so I tend to go over there and take care of him every now and again.
Okay, so there's 2 reschedules. He's understanding, I suppose. And then how do you actually get on the date?
Well, eventually our schedules ended up working out, and we were able to make it on time.
Great.
So we scheduled for 5:30 on a Friday, and I was a little bit late.
How late, ma'am?
We scheduled for 5:30. I showed up at 6:15.
45 minutes late.
Mr. Sutton, I promise you I did not fail math. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Okay, 45 minutes late, ma'am. That's not a little. Go ahead.
I got stuck in traffic.
Ma'am, come on, please, go ahead.
45 minutes late? That is not late. That is spiritually missing. Even Lazarus came back faster. So when my guy said, "I must depart," she tried to sue him. She said, "Judge him." The court said, "Nah," and her case went up in smoke. Not the good
Showed up
kind.
at 6:15, and that was when our date proceeded.
And how was his energy when you showed up 45 minutes late? Because this is the first time y'all are seeing each other in person, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So you can see that doesn't make like a great impression. So to the extent he was excited to see and meet you finally, that might be compromised after 45 minutes of waiting on someone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, but you get there. How was it?
Very, very small chit-chat, just pleasantries in regards to when I show up. And I'm a little frantic because I know that I'm running late, so...
Were you apologetic, ma'am?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. So sitting down, the waiter originally comes over, and I go ahead and I order myself a margarita because they're my favorite. And I have not eaten all that day, so I'm starving. So I originally go ahead with my margarita, order a calamari as well.
Okay.
And
did you ask him if he wanted anything to eat, ma'am? No, I'm just, because we're getting your order in, but...
Well, I assumed that he would have ordered something if he wanted anything.
So the answer is no.
No,
At this
I did
point,
not
you
ask.
just ordered your margarita and your calamari. Okay.
Yes,
and
he had a
just...
drink already.
Okay. Well, I would hope so if he was sitting there waiting for you for 65 minutes. That's my rule. And then do you proceed to order more food?
Yes.
Okay.
Later
What did you
on.
order, ma'am?
Well, after I finished the original appetizer, I went ahead and I ordered another drink, and...
also a margarita?
Yes.
Because I just want a visual. Okay, go ahead.
Yes. And I don't really like to drink on an empty stomach, so I not only had the calamari, but I also had the fried alligator was my second.
She also doesn't really like to pay for her own food, but she sure does love ordering the entire menu as long as she believes the man she just met will be paying for it.
Yeah, it was very interesting. And
Now, was that just still a starter, or have we gotten to your entree yet?
no, that was just the starter.
Okay, let's go. What did you get for your entree, ma'am?
I got a salmon.
Okay, so you had the calamari, you had the fried alligator, you've had 2 margaritas at this point, and now you've got a plate of salmon?
Yes.
Okay, and did you get any more cocktails?
I did get one more cocktail.
Okay, so you had
with my
3
dinner.
drinks. Okay. Do you have an itemized bill that the court can look at, ma'am, and see?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead and proffer that to my bailiff.
just have everything,
I'll take
the entire
everything.
folder?
Sure.
And while you are doing that, you know what they say about stories, there's 2 sides. Let me get to you, Mr. Sutton. Thank you for your patience here, sir. Let's get to what you can corroborate. You meet this woman on social media, she's very beautiful. You slide in her DMs, you start communicating.
Yes, Your Honor.
You find out that she's a social media influencer professionally, bada bing, bada boom, somebody's number is exchanged, y'all start talking on the phone.
Yes.
At what point, sir, do you decide, I am interested enough to take her on an in-person date?
Well, I was interested very early on. I asked her out 2 times. Both times she turned me down.
So then, after 2 cancellations, and did you believe those cancellations?
To be completely honest,
You better be, you're sworn in.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, the first scenario, the modeling, I don't know much about it. I think she could have taken maybe 10 or 15 seconds just to send me something. She told me like 10 minutes before our date. I've already driven there. That was very upsetting to me.
Okay, she left that part out. Okay, go ahead.
Yes, and then as far as the second incident is
With her father's illness.
yes, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt.
No,
and
I understand. The court agrees with that.
Yes.
Okay, so for finally,
Yes.
we get on a dinner date, and you concede, Mr. Sutton, that you did ask her on the 3rd date, and it was your idea to say, you know what? You don't like milk, you can't do lactose, you don't like coffee, let's go to dinner.
I said, let's go to drinks, not dinner. I never said
See,
anything.
you got to clear it up. See, Mr. Sutton, because this is how I'm going to make my ruling. So you're telling the court that you said nothing about dinner. You said, let's go to drinks.
I said, let's go to drinks.
Ms.
That's it.
Collins, did he say, let's go to drinks?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay, continue, sir.
First, she reschedules twice, as we've mentioned, and then finally we lock in a date, and it's during happy hour.
I noticed that. I didn't want to say nothing.
5:30.
But when you said that y'all were meeting at 5:30, it's happy hour. Okay, go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, and I made that explicit that I wanted to meet at happy hour.
Oh, you said that. Okay.
Yes.
And one thing I like about somebody that's direct is you know what to expect. So there's an indication when someone says, I want to take you out during happy hour, you know what time it is. Right? I mean, hello.
Right.
Okay, go ahead, sir. So you own that you are looking for a happy hour experience. Continue.
Yes, so I get there at 5:20, Your Honor, and I get a phone call from her at 5:25 saying she'll be a few minutes late.
Okay.
I interpreted few minutes as a few minutes. I guess
And
that
then
means
you
something
found
else to
out
her.
it was 45 minutes.
It was 45 minutes.
Right.
I ordered 1 margarita, and the waiter felt so bad for me, he slipped me another one at the happy hour price after 6 o'clock when that ended. She finally shows up at 6:15. I'm a little annoyed at this point, but
I
I'm
would
trying to
imagine.
keep it together.
Now, did she look like her photos?
She did. She was gorgeous.
Okay. No, she is.
Yeah. And she finally sits down, and the conversation
Was
is
she
a little.
apologetic when she showed up 45 minutes late, sir?
She mentioned it vaguely, but it was.
But you didn't really feel like it was
no,
heartfelt?
No,
Okay.
it felt very.
I don't know
cold.
why, but for some reason I suspected that.
The same soul trying to sue this man over a free meal is the same disciple who showed up 45 minutes late with 0 repentance. Shocking. Absolutely shocking. I can only imagine the scriptures she posted on social media before filing that lawsuit. It takes a special kind of delusion to sin boldly and still call yourself the victim. So she sits down, orders a drink. Actually, not just a drink. She orders calamari too. My brother offered loaves and fishes in liquid form. She tried to multiply the menu. He says, I was not hungry. I had eaten beforehand. Translation, this was a covenant of cocktails, not a seafood revival.
So she sits down, she orders herself a drink.
Yes. Well, she orders herself more than a drink. She orders a calamari as well. We have a very, very brief conversation.
Well, let's back up.
Yes.
When she orders the cocktail and the calamari together, I presume.
Yes.
Were you surprised because your offer was drinks?
Of course, yes. I was very surprised. I wasn't hungry. I ate beforehand. We said we were meeting for drinks specifically, and I just didn't think she was going to be ordering food. And I don't eat fried food like that either, Your Honor.
Right. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
The point is, as you said drinks, she starts ordering cuisine.
Exactly.
And you are shocked, but you don't say anything. You're just shocked. Now, at that point, because I'm just curious, were you contemplating the possibility that maybe there was going to be a split check at some point? Like maybe if she's hungry, she'll take care of her food, but allow you to treat her to cocktails because that was the nature of the agreed upon date?
I thought we were meeting up just for drinks,
Right.
and I thought she was going to maybe fit the bill for her, but what she did in the subsequent moments made me question that entire thing.
Okay, so yeah, what did she do then?
Well, by the time the waiter brings over the food and the margarita, she is on her phone. She's on social media. She's posting, and she starts acting like I'm not even there.
Remember what I first prophesied. If she respected him, she would not arrive 45 minutes late in the name of chaos. When you tolerate disrespect, direct or subtle, you are lighting the green herb of permission. They will inhale that freedom and exhale more nonsense later. Trust me, after this holy headache, my brother has learned. Next time someone is late, he is ascending without them.
What do you say about that, Ms. Collins? Were you working on this date?
Well, I am going to be taking photos and I am taking videos. I'm with
That's
a handsome
working.
young man, and I mean, I suppose, yes, considering the fact that I am an influencer, it is
Correct.
working.
Okay, so you're working on the date. You now feel...
I usually don't bring my work to a date,
and
Your
let's
Honor,
get to
but
that, sir. What do you do for a living?
I am a substitute teacher.
Okay, what grades?
K through 12, I'm able to
Go
sub
everywhere you're certified?
Yes.
That's excellent, sir. Okay, so you work in education. You're now on a date. Your date shows up 45 minutes late. She immediately pulls out her phone and starts engaging and really working on the date.
Yes.
While she's ordered, so far, a calamari and a margarita.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the waiter comes by again and still ignoring me, and she orders her second round of drinks and a crispy alligator. Another top shelf margarita, by the way. I'm getting really fed up at this point, as I think any reasonable man would be.
Okay.
And the waiter is about to come around a third time, but you know, I said, let's try to give this one more chance. And I try engaging in a conversation with her, and I asked her about her father. She just ignores me. She doesn't even engage in the conversation, which calls into question everything else that came before.
Okay. When did she order the salmon, sir?
She ordered the salmon at the end. That was the third time
Okay.
they came around. Yeah, so she wasn't even done with the previous place before she starts ordering more food. And so she orders the salmon and the other drink, and I'm just fed up. I can't take it anymore. I'm seeing red. And I just decide I have to leave right now, else I'm going to make a big mistake.
What's a big mistake?
I felt like I would explode, Your Honor. I was just so angry and felt so disrespected.
Oh, well, okay, okay. So how do you get out, literally? Like, how do you excuse yourself for the table?
Yes, Your Honor. I told her I was going to go to the restroom.
Right. Said another way, what lie did you make up to get out of this horrible situation?
Yes, I told her I was going to the restroom, and I V-lined for my car, and I didn't look back.
Okay, so you never even went to the restroom?
No, I never went to the
Okay.
restroom. No.
Oh, Miss Collins. Sir, do you have any evidence for the court?
I do, but I would just like to add,
Yeah.
the next day she did text me about this, and she said I was rude to fit her with a bill like that. And
She said you were rude.
she said I was rude. I told her she was rude to show 45 minutes late, and
Right.
she was rude to ignore me and lie to me.
She was the only one here that was rude. Yet, of course, in her mind, she has done absolutely nothing wrong, and everything is his fault. She is clearly used to getting whatever she wants, which is why she thinks it's appropriate to take him to court for simply telling her to pay for the food she ordered for herself.
So I did pay for my drinks, though. I sent her that money digitally, and I have that here for you as well.
Yeah, offer that up to the court. Woo-wee. Thank you, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
You're a clown for disappearing on our, quote, date and not paying. This is from the plaintiff. Defendant says, I said I wanted to meet for drinks, that's in caps, not dinner. Madam Plaintiff says, you're just full of it and cheap. Defendant says, just sent you $20 for my drinks. Go find another sucker. I ain't the one.
Sensational.
I do see where there was a digital $20 sent. Ma'am, did you receive this money?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I don't think I have to hear any more from either of you two. I've seen this story before. The court is ready to rule. Now, nobody hates a cheap man more than me. Nobody. What this court will not condone is women or men coming into my courtroom under the guise of chivalry when what they're really doing is dating for dinner. Ma'am, you are dating for a meal. It's low integrity, it's anti-feminist, and for lack of a better term, it's trifling. Believe it or not, counterintuitive, you cheapen yourself. You cheapen yourself. You become a version of a type of prostitute. I'm just gonna tell it to you plain, and I don't believe that's what you intend. Now, if this is a man you are seeing, if this is a man you are dating actively, if this is a man who you've invested time and energy into as well, then your expectation should rise according to that mutual investment. And then, Mr. Sutton, you do have to put up or shut up. But at this point, the court is not convinced that you did anything wrong. In fact, the court is convinced, ma'am, that you operated in bad faith, that you wasted this man's time. So the court completely dismisses the plaintiff's claim of $218.69. That is my ruling.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And thus concludes today's Gospel of Lateness and Calamari, delivered from the Book of Boundaries and lightly toasted wisdom. If this sermon blessed your soul, subscribe and journey with the baked prophet into the next revelation.